everyone, welcome back. It's Ashley here with this week's Stamp Crate Repeat for your next stamp. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some birthday tags. These are so fun and colorful, and I just am so excited about the new birthday release that came out for your next stamp. It's the 10th birthday release. So I made these two cute little tags, so I'll hold them up so you can see the gumdrops on there and this super cute pattern paper, which is your next stamp paper, and then I have the happy birthday sentiment on the back there. And then here's the little teddy bear one with the balloons, and I coordinated it there with the paper. So I'll just start out by sharing with you what I used to make it, and then I'll get right into the process video, and I will link everything in the description box. So first of all, I used the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink. I used the Your Next Stamp wire trimmers for cutting apart the dies. And then I use these new gumdrops. These are the Celebration gumdrops. They're so pretty. I used the yellow and the blue color, the darker blue. I also pulled in some twine. This is just doodlebug twine. I used the orange and blue colors. And I used this Your Next Stamp Birthday Boy 6x6 paper pad. I used the cake paper and then also the balloon paper. And this is such a cute paper pad. It is really cute for boy cards, and it has a lot of really cute birthday pattern papers in there. So for the stamp that I'm going to be using, it's called Silly Fun Birthday. It is so cute. I love all the sentiments on there. I used this little teddy bear there with the balloons and the little elephant, and I used the happy birthday sentiment here, and I actually cut it in half so that I could layer it on top of each other. And so it fit perfectly that way on the tag that I used. For the tag, I used this die set here. This is the Cool Tag 5 die set, and this is one of my favorites. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. I always love pulling this one from my stash. So let's get started, and I'll share with you how I made these tags. So to begin with, I'm taking this cute cake paper, and I'm just trimming it out with the Cool Tag 5 die set. And it has stitching all the way around the outside. It's such a nice die, and I love the unique shape of it. Now I'm doing it with the balloon paper here. And then I'm going to stamp out my images. So to begin with, I'm just stamping out the teddy bear with the balloons. And for some reason, I always love coloring balloons. It's so fun to pick out all the colors. Now I'm just stamping out this little elephant with the cake. And I'm just taking the coordinating dies and I'm going to trim them apart using the wire snips. And I'm just going to take a little bit of washi tape to hold it down into place so that I can use my Sizzix die cutting machine to trim them out. And the nice thing about the dies is it makes it so quick and easy, but it gets in all the little spots, so it's going to cut in between the bear and the balloons, and it's just so nice to really get in those small spaces. It does make a really big difference on the card and how it looks. So I'll do the little reveal. I always love taking the die off. It's always so fun to see it so crisp and cut out. So there is the little teddy bear with the balloons. And the nice thing about these is you could color them up with girl colors or masculine colors, and I did that matching the paper. So I actually cut these out before I colored them because I wanted to be able to hold them up to the paper and really see what color tones I wanted to use. So I'm going to match the balloons and I'm going to match the cake to the cake paper as well. So to begin with, I'm just coloring up the bear. I'm using E59 and E57. I always love coloring up bears and anything that's brown. I love this color tone that I'm using. It's always one of my favorites to color up. And then I'm using E55 and then I go in with E53. So that's going to be the color tone for the bear. And there is actually a girl paper pad which is called Birthday Girl, and it has these same patterned papers as the Birthday Boy set, but it's in pink and girl color tones, which is really cute. So you could color this up in that way as well if you wanted to match up the pinky colors and purpley colors that are on the girl balloons and birthday cakes. So I'm going in now for the rest of the bear, and again I'm using the E59 and I'm just going in where I want the darkest shading to be. And for the paper that I'm using, it's the Recollections 75-pound cardstock, and it's just the lighter version. I prefer using the lighter Recollections paper as opposed to the 120-pound because I find that the thicker paper uses up a lot more of the Copic marker, and you really have to blend a lot more to get it to blend together. So in my preference, I prefer to do the 75 pound. I know it's not the way that everyone likes to do it, but that's just the way that I've found for coloring with the Copics. So now I'm going in with E55, and I'm just getting a really nice blend there. And then I'm going to go in with E53 and blend that out. And then I go back in with E55 just to make the contrast between those two colors more. And there is the little teddy bear. And now for the fun, colorful part, I'm actually going to take my black jelly pen just to do the eyes on the teddy bear. So I'm just going to use a scratch piece of paper there to get the ink flowing on the jelly pen, and I did the nose, the eyes, and then I took my white jelly pen and I put 3 little white dots on the cheeks. And it's totally your preference if you want to do this at the end or now. I always prefer to do it as I go along, so just be careful that if you do it the way that I'm showing, that you don't smudge it. So now I'm going to get out the fun bright colors, and as I had mentioned, I'm going to copy the colors that are on the paper. I love getting my inspiration from gumdrops or patterned papers. It's a really good way if you're trying to decide what color to use. So I'm using Y38 for the balloon and also the hat, and then I go in with Y35. And this is a really nice color tone for kind of like a bright yellowy sunshine color. And then I go in with Y32. And I'm going to use that same color tone for there on the hat. Now for the next color, I'm going to be using a green color tone for the hat and balloon in YG06, YG03, and then I go in with YG00. For the next color, I'm going to do kind of like a robin's blue color in B05, B02, and I love how the stripes look on the hat. It looks so cute. And then for the last color here, I'm going to use B00. And I couldn't decide if I wanted to color in the little circles on the balloon. I did end up coloring them in, but later I go over it with my white jelly pen just to accent it. For the next color blue, I did a darker color. I used B29, B28, and then I go in with B24. Then for the top of the birthday hat and the last balloon, I'm going to use an orange color combo. I'm using YR07, YR04, and YR02. And I just love how that looks. I would never have thought to combine these color tones, and it looks so good, and I got that inspiration from the paper. So definitely pull out your papers, or if you see cute paper pads that you like, they definitely can always bring good inspiration for you. So I'm just taking my white jelly pen, I colored in those little circles that were on the balloon, and I'm just adding a few little accents here and there just to really make everything pop there. So there's the little teddy bear, and it looks so cute with the little balloons there matching the paper. And this was where I went in with the white jelly pen. I think it made it look more accented with the white jelly pen over the little balloon part here. So there it is on the paper. Now I'm going to do the little elephant. So for the elephant, I'm going to start out by doing his body. I'm using C4, and I'm just adding in the darkest color first. Then I'm going to go in with the next color, which is C2. This little guy is so cute. I go back in with the C4 just underneath his trunk there as well. And then I go back in with the C2. And now I'm going to go in with C00 and give a really good blend there. And as I was coloring, my marker ran out, so I was trying to get the last life out of this before I refill it again. So there's the cute little elephant. Now I'm going to use the same color combos that match the paper, and these are the same color combos that I used for the balloons. So I'm doing orange, or excuse me, the yellow color combo for the cake. So I'm using Y38, Y35, and Y32, and then I also use that for the birthday hat. And I used it for the candle as well, for the flame. The next color that I'm going to use is the oranges. Or excuse me, I use the green, which is YG06. I use this for the candle and also the hat, and then I use YG03 and YG00. Then I'm going to use the robin egg blue, which is B05, B02, and B00. And I got the cake inspiration from the paper pad. And then also I'm doing it on the little hat. And then blending that out with B00. Now I'm going to do the orange, which is YR07. And I'm just doing that little inside bit of the cake, and also the flame on the candle and the birthday hat. YR02. And now I'm going to use the darkest blue color, which is B29, B24, and I just go in with a little bit of B28. So now I'm going to take the black jelly pen just to do the eyes, and then I'm taking my white jelly pen and I just add a few accents. I add a little bit of pink as well on the ears, so I'm using RV13 for that. And I'm blending that out with RV11. And then I go back in with the RV13. And again with the RV11. And then for the toenails of the elephant, I use N4 and N2. Now I'm just adding a few accents just on the front of the cake. I color in those little circles with the white jelly pen, and then I'm just adding a few little accents here and there. I always find that really makes the images pop. I love doing that. And how cute is that on the paper? So now that I have my little images, I'm going to add a cinnamon on the back, and I wanted to use this happy birthday one. It's a really cute scripty font, and I end up taking my scissors and trimming it apart. Don't ever be afraid to do that. Always be really careful, obviously, but don't be afraid to trim apart your stamps, because this way I was able to do a completely different image, because I was able to get the happy birthday to fit onto the tag here, and so you can totally fit it back the way that it was, but I was able to have this fit here, and I just love how it looks. So definitely don't be afraid to trim apart your dies to get the best use out of them. So I'm just taking my adhesive to adhere down these little images, And then for my favorite part is adding the gumdrops. I always get so excited to do this part, and I'm just taking my gumdrop pack here, and I just have a little ring that goes through the top of them, and this way I can just page through them all. So I'm going to use this new celebration set. It has so many colors that match. I ended up going with the sparkly yellow in medium, and then I take one of the blues in the small size, and then I do the medium blue and small yellow. And that just really adds some dimension on the front and makes some sparkly pop there. And then for the other one, I use the same color tones. I use a medium and a small blue. And then I'm going to use a medium blue and a small yellow. Now I have my twine out. This is just some doodlebug twine, and I'm going to be using some orange, and I thought I'd add in some blue. I'm going to use 2 different colors. I think that looks really cute, and it adds a fun pop of color. So now I'm going to take the same amount for both tags. I'm going to use orange and blue. And then I'm just going to fold it in half, and I'm going to pull it through and then just add a little loop. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other one, and then I just take my scissors and trim off the ends so it's even and it just looks nice and finished. So that was my project for this week. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing these little birthday tags. Again, I will have everything linked in the description box below. I would love if you leave a comment, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye now.